There's so many stories to share, and everything I share is to encourage you. You have a unique, beautiful, magic soul, and you deserve everything. And I just hope you get a little levity and a little encouragement in this space.
Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started.
I wanted to come in here to let you know of some cool things that are happening in my world that may be of interest to you, maybe an encouragement to you, maybe some things that you'll want to stay tuned for. First of all, as people are joining, I'm just going to have a sip. I'm having my amazing advanced collagen. So good. It's like a cranberry flavor. And I know I don't often come in here live. However, if you notice the title of this, I am going to be coming live here on Fridays because I want to share with you some things that are happening. And I also want to hear back from you what's going on in your world and what you're thinking and feeling about some of the things I'm putting out into the world. I am host of the Connect with Sheila podcast. I'm a self-care strategist, and my desire is to help you make an impact without burning out. You have dreams, you have things you want to accomplish in your life, and life is full. I'll give you a little backstory. I, in June, just finished home educating my second son. I have been a home educator for 13 years. And my youngest just now went to the local high school. My other son does online school, and he's going to be following in his brother's footsteps, going to a local high school most likely. And so my focus has been doing my self-care strategy work, putting out my podcast, supporting my wellness community so they can go out and do great things, and educating my kids. And because it was just part of the journey for me to be able to do things all, on a schedule. And I was a little bit divided here and there because when you're wanting to give your all as a parent and as an educator of your children, which in my case, it was like actual academics, like diving in, that whole 9 yards, I would then have time set aside part of the day for my business. And it filled me up so much. It helped them to see what it's like to go after your dreams and to put the time and energy in and what that looks like. And I'm grateful. It also meant that we all were able to work together as a team and make life happen. And I've always felt very supportive towards them and supported by them. And of course, my amazing husband, Peter. And so that ended in June, the school portion. So through the summer, I was diving in even more. When a lot of people were resting, I was diving into creating new things. And one of the things is an app that I have built and I'm getting ready to release that contains life-changing, life-enhancing principles and support and tools and programs to help you move through the seasons of your life feeling more connected to yourself, more empowered, and having a lot of grace on yourself as you go about these things, all so that you can make the impact and the mark in the world that you are meant to make. Wellness, lifestyles, the way we do anything, our work, our business, it's not one size fits all. Everything is tailored to individuals. We are all unique. And so we're all at different seasons of our life. We're all at different seasons of our wellness. We're all at different seasons of our relationships. If you're married or partnered or a parent, whatever the case, we're at different seasons in our careers, our businesses. Everything is seasons. And then, of course, as a woman, I focus a lot with my clients in self-care on cyclical living, because all creatures are cyclical. All of nature is cyclical. We cycle 24 hours with the sun. We cycle through the seasons, and we're headed very close to autumn season in the Northern Hemisphere. We also, men cycle on a 24-hour clock, or male identifying humans. Female identifying humans cycle on a 29-ish day cycle. As a, everybody's a little bit different, but about that 29 days. So we can use that to our advantage. And I have been working with women on that for a while. So the seasons of everything are constantly shifting. And that means every day can look a little different, every week, every month, and definitely every year, as we grow and move towards the things in our life that are important to us. And so my whole desire with this app is to bring everything under one roof in terms of what can support you through those seasons, to take things off your to-do list, to streamline everything so that you can truly feel like you're nourishing yourself. And guess what happens when you do that? First of all, you're doing it, because if you are a nurturer, and if you are, my goodness, if you're a business owner, you're the last one to eat, right? Everyone else eats first. You're caring about all the people who are working for you and your customers, right? Guess what? I want to help you take care of yourself first, so you have so much more to give to everyone in your life. And that, hey, in doing so, you're modeling that for others, the younger generation, your peers. It's a beautiful thing. So that app is coming, and I want to be sharing the journey of how it's coming into development here so that you don't miss it, so that you can see what's going on. And also, I want to know what's happening in your world so I can help support you with what I'm putting into that app. I can just think in my mind, these are all the things that I should do, and it'll help everybody. I don't know what you're thinking. So I want to hear, and this is a wonderful place. You can comment below these videos. You can come on, and while I'm on live on Fridays, I know this is very new right now, but as time goes on, you can share, we can have a dialogue. The other thing is, of course, the Connect with Sheila Botelho podcast. I do every Monday a short 5 to 7 to 9 minute Monday minisode with a thought to help you live into what lights you up this week. Some people don't listen to them on Mondays. You can listen whatever, but I do them on Mondays. It's kind of, it's an intention setting thing for me too. But I know if I'm feeling like I need it, probably others are. And I've been getting great feedback from that over the last few years that I've been doing it, because I've literally just celebrated 2 years with a podcast, and I'm so grateful. And I believe it is in the top 7% of podcasts. So if you haven't gone to listen to Connect with Sheila Botelho, please do so. I will drop a link after this is live, but you can listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can go to my website too, sheilabotelho.com/podcast, and you'll see there's all the players there. You just tap and it'll load to those. So with the podcast, I do the mini-sode. I need some more collagen. I'm getting a little tickly. Oh, so good. Great for the hair and skin and nails, for 50-year-old skin and nails and hair and joints. Hello, cartilage. And also, I do every other Wednesday right now, which the format is going to be changing a little bit in January. So I want you to journey along with me for that too. But I will do a Q&A session on every other Wednesday. And so I get questions from people in passing. People send them to me. I want to have another way of grabbing these questions and really addressing what are your self-care things that you're wanting to focus on, your wellness, your relationships, things in your business even, because I have had beautiful experiences over the last 30 years in the wellness space with a wellness business. And 27 exactly in the business that I'm in now. And then I've added other things, coaching, etc., programs. But prior to that, the 3 years prior, I was really steeped in nutritional science and in body movement. And I'm a certified integrative nutrition health coach as well with the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So I'm always learning, and what I learn, I share. So that said, I love to share questions about all of these things and answers and things that have worked for me, things that have worked for clients of mine. So I want to make sure that I'm actually answering questions that you want to have answers to. So it's a great place to do that here on Fridays. Also, I will do an interview every other week. And I've the last 2 weeks done 5 or 6 interviews with some incredible people. One just dropped about tapping, EFT tapping. You really need to check it out with Sarah Whiteside. She's incredible. She's doing wonderful work with people to help them calm anxiety with tapping. You can hear all about that episode. It was episode 219, I believe, this week of the Connect with Sheila podcast. So that's something else. And something for fun, something I will say, I'm going to be completely vulnerable here. I keep putting it off, is my music journey. I have been singing my whole life. I took my first music lesson when I was 10, and how that all came to play. I'm going to share this quick little story. How all that came to play out was I would sing and sing and sing. My father loved listening to music, and it was a wonderful thing in our home. It really filled the voids because my father also had mental health issues. And I didn't understand that as a child, right? Looking back, I do. Music was the thing that really lightened everything up. And to this day, I have music on all the time. I do like it quiet at times, but usually as I'm moving through my day, music helps me. So I would be singing, I'd be listening to great music. He had a wonderful stereo. He'd play vinyl. And I loved all kinds of music. And then I was a child, I'm really going to get transparent here. I was a child who I have a lazy eye. Okay. Just there I said it. My left eye. I wear contact lenses. You can't tell, but yes. So I would walk into things. And so my parents said, we need to help this child with her coordination. So they put me into ballet lessons. I think I was 8 years old. That's a long time. I was clumsy for a while. And then as I would be practicing what I needed to dance for a couple of years, I would sing the songs, and I didn't have a tape recorder or whatever, because this was the 80s, right? So 80s, late 70s, early 80s. So I would memorize the songs and I would sing them and do my little dances. And that's how I would practice at home. And my parents were like, wow, she's singing a lot. She can remember the whole song. And they liked my voice. They thought, would you like to take singing lessons? And I'm like, okay. So I started taking singing lessons, and I started singing at age 10. I went to an arts high school. I did a lot of performing. I traveled a bit with it. I did some recordings. I've done some songwriting. I had a band. And when my son was about 6 months old, I was just finding, keeping up a band and all the things. Like it wasn't like a touring band or anything. It was like local. We would do things, but even just practicing, because it was my joy, right? I got so focused on family, and I said, no, I'm going to let this go for now. And so of course there's always been music. I've always been singing. I've done a little songwriting here and there, but not a whole lot, a little playing of my piano and guitar. I'm no virtuoso there. It's more, the voice is really my instrument. And so I always said, I'm getting it back at it. And so a really wonderful person, I'm going to name her here, Miracle Lori May, who was recently on my podcast. She's an actor from LA. I met in a women's group who I've gotten to know over the last couple of years, I think. And we had a session, and she said to me, what if you used your music as fuel for your creativity and for everything else that you're doing? And I said, oh my goodness, it just tingles everywhere. Yeah, I need to do that. And so thanks to her, every few days, I will start my day before I get into any like emails or anything computer oriented. I will dive onto the keyboard and just see what comes up, start playing, start humming, just take note of what I'm coming up with. And it fills my soul so much. And it gives me like fuel for the day. I'm already an optimistic, energetic, upbeat person. That's who I am. I think I learned that as a coping mechanism from when I was a child dealing with mental health issues. And yet now it's just who I am. And I definitely sit with my feelings. However, that's a whole other episode of something. But when I am singing and moving my body, honestly, like dancing, it definitely does it. But when I'm singing, something unlocks within me. So thank you, Miracle. I appreciate you so much. Sometimes we just need that outer little nudge, right? And that's what I hope to do that I'm doing through my podcast, through coaching, through this time together. If you catch this live, I don't plan for them to be very long, usually about 15 minutes. This has gone a little longer than I had originally wanted, but I wanted to give you the highlights of what I'm going to be doing here. And I hope you'll join me. And of course, join me live. It'll be noon on Fridays, Eastern time. And if you can't join live, because I know I have friends all over the beautiful earth, pop in and put a message in and go #replay if that's what you did catch, and share your questions, share your comments, share what you're going through. This is how we move through life and grow. Proximity is power. It's something that Tony Robbins likes to say. When you're around people whose energy you really vibe with and who you feel like I could get some of that, we all expand. It's so beautiful when we do that together. So I hope that is going to happen here in this place. I look forward to, seeing you next Friday here. And in the meantime, go check out the Connect with Sheila Botelho podcast. I will be sharing more about the app on there. I'll be sharing more about some of the ways people can work with me. But more importantly, wonderful little nuggets that have helped me through my 50 years of life and 26 years of marriage and having a 14 and a 16-year-old, that journey. I'm sure I'll have a little fun things to say about that. There's so many stories to share. And everything I share is to encourage you. You have a unique, beautiful, magic soul, and you deserve everything. And I just hope you get a little levity and a little encouragement in this space. So thanks for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And if you're watching this on the replay, put in the comments, #replay. I wish you the best. I hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.